Guided instruction for math, page 250 for Monday, May 5th. We did variables on page 249, so it's the same thing. Now we're using them as products or quotients. So the difference between sums and differences, products is multiply, quotients is dividing. So we will be writing them in different ways on this page. A variable may be used in an algebraic expression with multiplication and division, just like it was with adding and subtracting on the page before. Jamie has 2 boxes of crackers. Here's our boxes of crackers. We don't know how many are inside. There are the same number in each box, and how many crackers does she have? So if n equals the number of boxes, she has 2 sets. So 2 sets would be 2 times n. So 2 times n, but when we're doing algebra, if you add that x in there, it gets a little confusing, doesn't it? Now it looks like we have an extra letter in there. So we typically don't use that. They use the dot. So 2 sets of n, 2 times n, or if you don't want to put the dot in there, you can just make them touch. So as in algebra, when 2 numbers are touching, I do this in class when I'm working. When 2 numbers are touching, this means multiply. So here I have 3 boxes touching. So they said that you can write it like this or like this. So we can do 3n or 3 times n. Either one is fine for the purpose of this. Jamie wishes to equally share 1 box of crackers on 4 plates. So when we break things up from groups, we're dividing. So this is our division. Sets of, these are dividing when you're sharing something. So she wishes to equally share 1 box on 4 plates. How many crackers will be on each plate? So you take this box, you turn it into a fraction. Fractions are parts of a whole. So we're going to have 4 parts of this whole, so you divide it by 4. So you can write it. If n is the number in 1 box, the number on the plate equals n divided by 4. It would say that for n divided by 4, it can look like that. If you know how to do that with the little fraction bar or the division bar. N divided by 4, that would be another way you could write it, or as a fraction here. So on this one, I have 2 n's divided by 3. So I have 2 n's, 2n divided by 3, or 2n divided by 3. Okay, it's going to get tricky, so I'm going to walk through this page with you. Please make sure you follow along. When you see the fraction bar, it means I'm dividing when they're touching only. I have 3 n's here, so I'm going to put my 3n divided by 2 equal parts, or 3n divided by 2. So we have 3 candy bars, and 2 of us are going to share the candy bars. We're not solving for actual numbers here. We're just writing the equations down. For number 4, I have how many n's? How many boxes or candy bars or boxes of cookies? 1, 2, 3. 3n, if we use the division sign, it would be divided by 4, or 3n divided by 4, or 3n divided by 4. Please make sure you put all your answers down. You can pause the video to make sure that you write these. I expect to see multiple answers in these forms on your assignment when you submit it to me, please. The more we practice, the better. Directions for question 5 and 6 say, write an expression for the quotient. Quotient means I'm dividing. So we're writing an expression for the division problem and write it in 3 different ways, just like we did above. So how many n's do I have? Just 1. You do not have to put a 1 before the n. As we move through algebra, if there is nothing, it's just a little secret, if there's nothing in front of the letter, it already means there's just 1 there. So on our next unit, when we're solving for slope and graphing and solving linear equations, just know if there's no number in front of the n, it's just 1. Up here, we have a 2 in front, but if it was just an n, it means there's only one of them. So here, there's only 1. So all I have to do is say n divided by 3. N divided by 3. N divided by 3. Those are the 3 different ways we can show division. Remember, multiplication is touching or the dot in the middle. Try not to use the X because it gets too confusing with the other letters. I would like you to do the same for number 6. N divided by 6. N divided by 6. When we're doing fractions, remember the bottom number is how many times we're sharing that in equal parts we're breaking it up into. And then n divided by 6. We haven't really done a lot of long division this year, so this might be a little confusing to you. You did it in 6th and 7th grade, I'm sure. So number 7 through 18, same thing as the page before. I'll go through and I will tell you if we're multiplying or dividing. I will help you with some of them, and the rest you will have to fill in the answers on your own. 5 times, which is going to be our dot, times. So 5, we can put times or 5n. It could be either or. Okay, I'll let you choose one of the two to put on the line. A number divided by 3. So it's pretty clear what we're doing here. You can do a number divided by 3, a number divided by 3, a number divided by 3. You can do any of those on this line. 3 of a number. So I have 3 sets is going to be multiplication. So 3 times a number. We have an example of that up here. 3 sets of a number, or 3 times n. Please write that here. Product is multiply. So n times 3. You can do the dot or 3n. Either one is fine. Twice a number. So 2 sets. So times 2 or 2n. Either way is fine. A number divided by 10. So n divided by 10, or 10 divided by, or n would go on the inside like this, and 10 would be on the outside. 8 groups, so this is multiply. A number divided by 4, so put n divided by 4, however you are most comfortable writing it. 12 divided by n. The quotient goes with division of n and 2, so n divided by 2. Division. The product is multiply 6 and a number, so 6n, 6 times n. A number divided into 3 equal groups, so division. So n divided by 3. Okay, please submit your answers once your page is complete for 250, for page 250. Thank you so much.